All right, folks, good afternoon and welcome on back here this Monday afternoon. April Fools. No, it's actually Monday afternoon, but April Fool's Day, of course, April 1st. Great to see all of our students and members alike here. Grant, Phil, Leda, Margaret, and all of us alike just joining us above. I got my chat really tiny right now, so my apologies if I didn't shout you out just before. I can only see a few names. So great to see all of our students and members and all of us just joining us back on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Namely YouTube. I always got to say that now. That's where kind of we're hosting all of our main education videos out there for free, just on our YouTube channel, namely. So at Cyber Trading U. But with that in mind, though, we got class coming up later on today. Martin, great to have you here right now, joining us too in chat. Just took a tiny loss, little sliver here, because heading into the afternoon, this time of the day, it's really not really the time where we should be too aggressive. But I wanted to take a flyer, a small position size on CXAI. It wasn't going to be anything big, but clearly this did not continue. It tried to make this breakout of resistance. I was looking for the pop above the purple line at first, 623. I was on a coaching call with one of our students just before Andy, and I was going over that with him. Said, if this could pop 623, that purple chart level, there's a chance for this to really go. And it started off good, but it goes to say what we always like to say. When a stock breaks through such a big level, and that was a clear level of resistance throughout the morning, afternoon so far, well, resistance should become support, but just generally speaking, that stock should look to make a pretty decisive move shortly after. So if it's not going to make that clean pop like you'd want to see, that clean pop, maybe even a break of the highs there from earlier, well, there's only one other way it's going to go. So you get that clean rejection. And at this point now, I'm not too thrilled with this move. Maybe even later on today during a better time, I'll try and take it on a better position size. But that's only if it can get back above that 625, 630-ish area. It's been so strong. And now at this point, if it's going to just reject it once again, I'll come back to it by the end of this meeting, maybe if you want me to. But let's see if there's anything maybe not up as much percentage-wise, something that may not be as exhausted, something that might be setting itself up for a move perhaps coming up right now. All right, so let's just go right from top to bottom. I actually have TradeStation 9.5 downloaded, not 10. So you might see a different layout here, right? But what we'll do is just go right through pretty quick across the gainers and losers scanners here, the hot lists, and then we'll see what else we can get. So VSTE, we talked about this in our class earlier today. Just pop. Great pre-market trade, actually. Really strong start to our day altogether. Andrea with like the chef's kiss call out there, or the baker's kiss, however you might want to phrase it. So with that in mind, it's been a great trade, at least from pre-market, but then died off after. And then we just kind of fished through. So I got all this like out of sort here right now. So I got to just blow this up really fast. Look at the price column. Try and skip over all like the below $1 stuff. So SGRP, not looking good. A stock that I know is looking good, though, right below it. TPST. Actually, well, just shook back down perhaps, but it was looking pretty strong up until this meeting started, right? So, it's up 36%. I love when the stock moves. You want to know why I love when the stock moves? Because we do well on it. You want to know how well we do on this stock? I think that you get the point. This stock went from basically $2 up to near 10, made like over 3,000% gain on one day. It was our trade of 2023. I swear by that. Like in my mind, this right here is the trade of last year. Obviously, I have like, kind of short-term memory, right? So maybe there was something in January at that point, but this up 3,000%. How often do we get that? VSTE is up 140%. I feel like, we could yawn and something could pop up that much. How often do we see up 3,000%? I don't think that we're going to be seeing a 3,000% move here today going into tomorrow. I hate to break that to you at least. But you know what? It's only up 40% right now. I feel like there could be some more groundwork left to do on this trade for another run. Maybe it can go up 100%. Who knows? So yeah, TPST, definitely number one on our watch list, at least to begin. Looking good. Always goes to show, folks, that there could be a new runner out there over time. But even something like this, I love pointing out because it shows the sheer possibility of day trading and what we accomplish here in our trading room. Everyone's different. Everyone's got a different cup of tea. But, as far as knowing, that type of move is not a swing trade. That is a day trade in and out. And if you leave money on the table, that's okay. If you're there, right place, wrong time, and then the stock pops later on, if you take it, all right, that's the next opportunity. So, there's always going to be a little imperfection involved with day trading, but man, it's well worth it when you have a runner like that. Ooh, NXL pushing back up right now. Like, nice chart. I got to fix my order book here to show like just by the penny cent level there, but I could tell it's probably, relatively speaking, pretty liquid. So I don't mind putting this on our watch list, at least for now. It's up good, cheap stock, back to the highs. Joining that TPST trade there. And DIA. I got to fish through the price column again. That's right. Oh, man. Hopefully I can get my TradeStation 10 running again. I had some issue this morning. Just bad start to the morning, but actually paid off well with VSTE. Speaking of paying off, PAYS back up right now. Just moving back on up towards Wednesday's, kind of mid-range area that we have there. I don't mind it. Looks, okay for now. Just looks a little slow as far as the trend. So hopefully gains a lot more steam going into 3:15, 3:30 time. PYXS. Man, there's going to be a lot that looks like this, I feel like, just like dead, just flat, not looking as good. Boyle, you can kind of say the same thing there. We at least are pretty familiar with this ETF, natural gas ETF. And it's volatile. I mean that in a good way. It's not going to waste our time as much, but right now, kind of slow. So I put this off to the side for right now. I'll come back to this at the end with the CXAI trade if we need to. All right. If there's anything else looking good, folks, on the way up, just let me know. Let me hop over right to the SPY, actually, as I'm talking, just to get an overall view for the market. SPY is down 1 whole point today. Wow. It's gone nowhere. So, up and down in a range, but, hopefully we get better movement up at this point heading into the close, just get a stronger dead cat bounce reaction. But let's see if there's anything looking just as good, if not better, on the loser side. Maybe a good short to work with. Some of the crypto stocks were dropping off earlier. Got the stock down 75%. EIGR looks horrible, to be honest with you, as far as the trend. But as far as down 75%, what happens when the shorts start covering, right? So I had no idea this thing was even moving until right now. I'm thankful that I avoided this crap until right now, but maybe better now than before, right? So it's an odd trade to put on our list because it doesn't look good, doesn't look like it's going to pop. But that's where I say at least down so much. Possibility that you might get that dead cat bounce. The order book isn't terrible with that in mind. A little iceberg on the bid. How about that? Whoa. Even furthering that thesis, right? All right. DJT. We had a nice bounce on this, but I got out before the bounce happened. Happens. I called this out earlier. I was looking for a bounce right from 47. It pulled back to it and then pulled back lower. So at that point, I was looking for next support to be right off of 45, and it just didn't get that far and pushed back above 47, which led to a decent little entry at the time. But even since, it chopped around, getting that better squeeze up here at this point. Listen, it's down so much percentage-wise that you could look for that type of dead cat bounce here on DJT, but my stance on it. I love trading it when it's more active on the gainers list, namely, but even as such, it's just got a bad order book. I hope this company does some sort of stock split. I don't think that'll happen, but, because that would at least inject liquidity in terms of cheaper stock price. Obviously, if they do like a common stock offering, direct offering of shares, that would also be kind of helpful. But let's see if there's anything else looking just as good, though, maybe as a short, though. Something on the way down following, good short opportunity. Jeez, we got BOR and BORR not going anywhere. Not really too many other familiar names. I do see CLSK there just a moment ago. Called out a short on that, but it really didn't get too far. It was just holding under 19. It's still holding under 19. I moved on from that trade since. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So, hey, for Sam, for Kathleen, for Brad, all of our students here in chat, let me know if there's anything else looking good. We're on social media at Cyber Trading U. Any of our YouTube attendees right now, let me know. Yeah, OUST, I don't know. Maybe I just skip over this. Yeah, skipped over here. Yeah. So, good call. Definitely going to add this right to our watch list for right now. Looking pretty strong here. Back-to-back-to-back days going up. Thing fell off from quite a bit there off its IPO, I guess, back in 2021, late 2020 maybe. So, there could still be some recovery room on this trade perhaps, but, eventually, much like any short squeeze that we talk about, once the short squeeze ends, you're going to see this thing get, crippled. It's going to come right back down. Yeah, definitely good trade for the meantime, though, up towards resistance here at $10. Kathleen on the Irene stock. Yeah, it's still holding there. So another good shot from our student Kathleen. She had called it out earlier. And, we were talking about this before, I thought, in chat. If not, then my apologies. And actually, I got to cancel my order right now because clearly it didn't get filled. But otherwise, I was looking for a bounce right off of 635. Strong volume that was filled there from earlier. Maybe it was 636. So you can see, obviously, just the last 30 minutes, nearly, if not hour at this point, maybe even longer. But hasn't came back down to that price. Just hovered up since, which is good. But we'll see if this can continue though. Good shot from Kathleen. All right, let me know if there's anything else though looking good, folks. We'll check out Benzinga Probe before we wrap up our scanner from there. But TPST, OUST, CXAI we'll get back to. That's pretty much it. Not much else that looks good from here. Again, live workshop tomorrow for all of us, simulcast on YouTube and, of course, hosted as normal inside our live trading room, that being Traders Talk. So that's where we'll have a chance to break these trades down a lot further, put them under a detailed microscope. I don't think this is really getting too far right now. So I'm going to keep this on our side list here. I'll come back to it if it really looks good as I teach class coming up. But for right now, I'm going to pass. And the Boyle trades seem kind of to be said there, looking a little lackluster, lower highs of late. No real need to, put this on our list. So, I'll keep them on the side. I'll come back to them if we really need to. That's all. All right, folks. Hey, I look forward to seeing most of us in class. Again, keep in mind, all of our gold, platinum, and diamond CTU students, you folks have access to the Phase 2 stock course. Click that link if you wanted to join. For any of our trial members or just regular members inside our live trading room here, I know that Rich will be on the mic to tag me out here coming up at 3 o'clock in about 15 or so minutes. But, best of luck trading to you otherwise. If you want to learn more about our curriculum, especially as we dive more into live market, we're going to be basically following the market here this afternoon all together. Just click that link or call our office and talk to one of our education advisors. They'll be able to break down at least our curriculum, how our phase 1, 2, and 3 classes all together work. Phase 1 is basically our introductory, but really the last couple of trading days, from Thursday last week to today, a lot more detailed going into live market. And with that, we're basically going to be following this watch list here all together. So I look forward to it for all of our gold, platinum, and diamond students. I look forward to having you in class. Take care.